Today we are going to talk about the first day of the NCAA Tournament and how the Blackhawks have been absolutely on fire since the Patrick Kane injury. This week on the Sports Report. Welcome to the Weekly Sports Report. Today is the first day of the NCAA Men's Basketball Tournament, and it was a doozy. Number 3 seed Iowa State lost to 14 seed UAB. 3 seed Baylor lost to 14 seed Georgia State. 7 seed VCU lost to 10 seed Ohio State. 6 seed SMU lost to 11 seed UCLA. And this is about what I'm going to do with my bracket because I had all those teams winning and half of them going to the Sweet 16. So now basically my only hope is my entire Final Four is correct and that Wisconsin beats Kentucky like I predicted and goes on to win the national title. Because if that doesn't happen, I'm going to owe my friend $5.
Damn right.
And it's just been a crazy day. Notre Dame was taken to the brink by Northeastern. And as we speak, Kentucky and Hampton are playing. And though it's early, it's 5-4 Kentucky with Hampton hanging in there. I don't think Hampton's going to keep hanging in there, but you never know. And other than that, Chris Bryant, Cubs big prospect, he's been in the news lately. Everyone's favorite super agent, Scott Boras, ripped into the Cubs, saying that if he's not on the opening day roster, that they're slighting him and they're trying to keep him down and they're not dedicated to winning. Here's my message to Scott Boras. If he ends up coming across this, which he probably won't. He's going to be out if what the Cubs are planning to do and keep him out for 12 days, which is what they would have to do to keep him for next year, he would miss a grand total of 9 games. There is 162 games in the season. I think he'll be okay, and the Cubs will be okay if he misses 9 of them. Most players, even if they don't suffer an injury, are out for more than 9 games a season. Because the baseball season's too long and it should be cut at least in half. But that's just my opinion as a fan. And then we had Chris Borland of the 49ers. After 1 year of being a really good player. He was going into his second year. He was part of a good 49ers linebacker core. He retired. And he said the risk of head trauma, among other injuries, wasn't worth keeping on playing. And that's caused a whirlwind of suspense and drama among players and former players coming out and saying, yeah, I get what he's saying, or no, I don't, I wouldn't do that. And more older players are starting to understand this with all the CTE coming out and people killing their families or killing themselves because their brain has just turned to mush. Because of all the years of helmet-to-helmet hits and knees to the head and elbows to the head and whatever players could use to hit people in the head, they would to try and dislodge the ball or try and get them off balance. Football is just a rough game. I love it, but it's a rough, unsafe game. Even now when it's as safe as it's ever been, it's far from being a safe game, and it's probably still one of the most dangerous sports, if not the most dangerous sport out there. So I get where he's coming from. A lot of other people don't. And this could lead to a lot of this happening, or it could lead to nothing. Because there are probably thousands and thousands of people out there who are like, oh, he doesn't want to play? I'll play. Like, there's probably, I would guess, 1,500 people who are eligible to be on a roster that aren't, that legitimately could make a roster. And then, in NFL free agency news, the Dallas Cowboys signed infamous former Carolina Panther Greg Hardy, who was in the news most of last year for allegedly beating his girlfriend very brutally and threatening to kill her. Now, he was found guilty, appealed, and then settled out of court. So I just don't get why the NFL hasn't slapped down a major suspension on him yet. But I have a feeling that the Cowboys are going to be without Hardy for at least 8 games, if not more, this year. Because all the bad publicity that the NFL got last year from Ray Rice and Ray McDonald and even Greg Hardy himself. It's just, it would not look good if they slapped him with a 2, a 4, a 6 game suspension. They would need to come down hard on him because they need to show that they actually care. And they need to actually prove that they care because they haven't done a good job of proving that they care. And now, let's talk about something positive, the Blackhawks. Since Patrick Kane's unfortunate injury, which when you looked at the hit he took when he broke his collarbone, it did not look that bad, but he broke his collarbone. So the way he hit the boards must have been exactly the right spot. But since then, the Blackhawks are 7-1-1, and Jonathan Toews has been on fire. Marian Hossa, Brian Bickle, all of the players who would need to step up for the Blackhawks have. And it really, I think, proves to me that they could win in the playoffs if Patrick Kane is out during the playoffs. Now, could they win the Stanley Cup without Patrick Kane? No. But could they win a series, maybe 2, and then wait for him to come back? Probably. But that's for us to wait and see. Now, and Toews has been leading the charge. The other day, he had 2 goals, I think 2 assists, and has just been playing out of his mind since Kane went down. And that'll about do it for me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this video with anyone who's a sports fan that you know. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, show everyone you at work. Just help me get out there so I can help you by giving you more content. Help me help you. Until then, I will see you all later.